coming out. We are Modern Marriage, and we are going to start with a monologue by our guest monologist, Anton Schuster.
I snuck in from the back. How's everybody doing? You guys doing okay? Everybody? Yeah. All right. These guys are called Modern Marriage. What's some words that come to mind when you guys think of marriage? What's it? Doesn't always end up that way. Divorce? Wow. Okay. I'll take that. My parents are not divorced. Thank you. Yes. Keeping it strong. But I feel like they are that couple that's like not divorced, but maybe should have considered it. I don't know. Just like thought about it a little bit. Because I mean, they very much are both in the mindset of like, you know, you get in the marriage and you work on making it work. But I think their idea of working on making it work is like tolerating each other. So I sort of like as a kid, you just think like your parents had a great marriage, and then I left to go to college. And when I came, and then college is like, I didn't go to boarding school or anything like that. So I go to college, which wasn't that far. It was just, I lived in LA, and in Pasadena, I went to a school called Caltech, which is like a huge nerd school. More about that later. And the interesting thing is like, so I come back home, and at Caltech, like you were rooming with somebody. We had like doubles. And I come back home and I realize that my dad is an asshole roommate. Like he just like leaves his stuff everywhere, and he doesn't clean it up. He just like whenever he sits down and his stuff is in the way, he just moves it. Like he doesn't like go and take like the dishes. He doesn't go and take them to the kitchen or wash them. I don't think I've seen him wash a single dish. On top of that. I think he like, and I'm not sure if this is an asshole roommate thing. It's probably equal to not washing your dishes. But like when he eats breakfast, I feel like he eats half of his breakfast and then just leaves it in place and walks away. Which was such a stark contrast to when I was living at Caltech and we had roommates and like we had counselors. We had counselors in every like hallway, and the counselors would help you resolve roommate issues. And you would have like roommate arbitration. And there were also like people would get reputations for being a good roommate or a bad roommate. And then when like house picks came around, when you picked where you lived, you would like there was a politics involved. You would kind of like sidle up next to people that you kind of like. It's like, oh, okay, this guy showers. I'm gonna live with the guy that showers. Because of Caltech, as you might imagine, there's a lot of nerd folk, and we don't shower. In fact, there was a week during which I didn't shower once. This is all behind me. I shower every day. I shower every day now. But there was a week where I didn't shower a single time. And I was so proud of it. I was like, nobody notices. I was like, I'm pulling it off. This is really working. And then a year later, I saw a photo of myself, and I was like, I look like I live in a box. Like my hair was all over the place. I was super dirty. Yeah, and there's like a lot. This Caltech's a very weird place. There's a lot of certain strange things. Like there was a guy that a lot of people walk around barefoot. That's a thing. I don't know why that's a thing, but like people like to be in touch with the ground. I don't know how that helps you to think or makes you smarter. There was a guy that ate 2 lemons a day, except for the seeds. Like he ate the whole lemon. He didn't like juice it or something. He ate all the slices of the lemon, but just spit out like 2 seeds every single time. And then the idea of like parties at Caltech was basically we would build elaborate structures, and then like there would be themes like Hanging Gardens of Babylon or like Egypt. It was a little more generic. And people would spend months building this party, and all this like house funds, like members' dues would get funded into this party, and then all those people that built the party wouldn't attend it. Because they didn't care about the party, they just wanted to build stuff. They're like, oh, alcohol? I don't drink. I don't know how to dance. And I spend most of my time like studying anyway, because we had just way too much work. Thank you.
Dad, we need to talk.
About what, daughter?
Like, look at this heap of, like, all the washed
Yeah, just move it over there.
Like, this heap of, like, all the papers.
We can move that over there.
It's not about moving, they have their own place. It's just like we have a place to live.
It's about momentarily cleaning each spot.
No. See, I get that I'm dirty because I'm kind of trying to fit into Caltech, but that doesn't mean you have to do it.
I went to Caltech too. That's part of how you got there.
But within there.
Sorry. I can't change my ways after 50 years.
Why don't we take like one step at a time? So let's start with the dishes that are done.
Okay, I'm gonna move those over here.
They have their places.
Look at it, it's clean now.
It's clean. Dad, this is not helping. I think we need someone for arbitration.
Do you want to call your mother, or you know how I feel about her?
I didn't mean to tell you. I keep wondering why didn't you guys think about a divorce?
So, yeah, come in, please.
Oh, I just want to deliver some flour.
Oh yeah, just put it over there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look at this mess.
That was a delivery. We were expecting that.
Okay.
We gotta put that somewhere.
Okay, let's get back to arbitration.
Anyway, so we'll call your mother.
Okay.
Yeah, come in.
Hey, I just did some spring cleaning, so here you go.
Oh, thank you. Can you take it back, please?
No, my house is clean.
Next week we can send it back.
Yeah.
But we get free stuff and delivery. Come in.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of dirt.
Oh yeah, right where the dishes go.
Dad, this is our house. This is supposed to be home. It doesn't feel like home anymore.
What's home feel like for you?
So you're just gonna take your shoes off and walk barefoot through the streets?
Yeah, man, that's what people are doing these days. I gotta be in touch with knowledge.
That is making me anxious. There's a lot of needles on the streets. There's
You know what makes me anxious, man? Shut
shoes,
up.
maybe?
I'm gonna figure out this semester's problems, man.
Like calculus problems? Like homework?
I don't know, probably. Have you shut up yet? Oh, this is awesome. Yo, you gotta take off your shoes, man.
Not outside, no. I'm not gonna. It's disgusting.
Alright, listen, I learned in conflict management that you should like meet halfway and stuff. So I'll tell you what, that shoe, I think that was my shoe, and I'll consider putting that shoe back on if you take one of yours off.
Kevin, sit down.
Man, alright, dude.
You just seem a little stressed. And that's what I'm here to do, is just help you de-stress a little bit.
It's all these shoes, man, they're binding me up. You know,
Even
I gotta free my knowledge. I can't have it like wrapped up with a little bow. That's what capitalism is doing to me. It's trying to put a bow around everything.
Yes.
You know what? That's why I don't celebrate Christmas anymore. It's got nothing to do with me being Jewish. You know?
Speaking of Christmas, I just wanted to try something that I saw in Die Hard. So we're just gonna do you want to just follow my example? Just gonna take the shoe off. Just like take it off if you want, please, Kevin.
Are you trying to tell me about alright.
That's what you pay me for. So we're just gonna take it off. See, look, your shoe is made in some sweatshop, another sign of capitalism. You don't need that anymore. It's stress you out. I'm just gonna set that right there. And we're gonna get the other one. The other one.
Do you know that that was Alan Rickman's first film? That was
Yeah.
a string debut. He was 41.
Came out like him running.
Now I have a machine gun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mrs. McLean, I presume.
It's
It's a zinger.
That's good. Listen, this has been great. I gotta go.
It's been 46 days since I've showered. Nobody can smell me. Right?
Yeah.
How many days have you, when was the last time you showered?
53 and a half.
This is a trick. We don't have to shower.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think showering was just made to impress us.
God damn it, Jesus.
Do you see how sad he is?
Yeah,
I
it's
bet
a
he
shower.
showered.
Yeah. Oh my god, how long do you think this can last?
God.
You are so gross.
I know.
Oh my god.
Your immune system's weak because you clean yourself.
Stop showering.
Yeah. I've also stopped brushing my teeth, and I feel like food just tastes the way it's supposed to.
Like it gives it an extra flavor when you
Like,
put.
who decided that we were gonna put chemicals into our mouth? Like, we don't know what we're supposed to taste.
Yeah.
Because we've been messing it up.
Oh my god. She
Yeah.
showered.
I can tell she washed her clothes.
Yeah, she's
too.
dead.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get rid of this mess.
Yeah. Wait, no, just leave it.
No, we got the buckets of water. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
So, I just love seeing your pictures from when you were a teen, and thank you for sharing. It was so cute as a teen, and I just wanted to let you know I'm not gonna share.
I didn't want to see your childhood pictures. That would be weird on a date.
No, childhood's good. Teenage is like what? That's forbidden. Okay.
No, childhood would be forbidden too.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense with the things.
Are you guys ready to order yet?
We need some time.
Yeah.
Those Polaroids, you should probably cover them with a napkin.
You know, I wanna just. Do you have a kids menu? Like maybe.
Get to the back, we'll come right back.
Thank you.
So are you even into me now, like my 30-year-old self?
Yeah, I mean.
Here's your kids.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
I just like to feel so protected by you. I don't know.
Do you want to get wine or drinks or?
Yeah, whatever.
Why are you coloring on the table? Stop coloring on the table.
Oh,
It's
why?
not that kind of place. Did you bring your own crayons?
Yeah. Yes. They're purple.
Welcome to the DMV. Can you fill out the forms, please?
Oh. This is like 16 as a like birth age, like.
I don't know when you were born. There's a month, there's a day, there's a year.
Yeah. I just. I don't know why I make this appointment. Like I feel like driving is too much responsibility.
That might be true.
Yeah.
But you're here now, so
You're so nice. I had people say DMV people are not nice.
We're patient.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to lunch soon.
Thank you. I feel so protected by you.
I'm sorry, did you need the kids application?
Are you using crayons?
Oh, good morning, sweetie. How are you? Happy anniversary. I'm making your favorite.
Coffee for you. Just
You're making
the way
coffee
you
for
like
me.
it. Yeah, just the way you like it.
Gosh, that is a first. That makes what I have to say a little awkward. This has been a fascinating 20 years.
Wait. It's our anniversary. I hope I don't have to hear any bad news. I'm just very nervous. I'm just very nervous each time you stop doing whatever you're doing and then you start talking to me. I have PTSD. Oh my god.
Hey, Mom, hey, Dad.
Oh, good morning.
Morning, Dad. Did you tell her?
Bad news?
Was
He didn't tell you yet? Dad, you told me you were going to tell her.
I'm working on baking breakfast for.
I already told all my friends.
What's happening here?
I got us a dog. I sure did. Boy, it's the cutest puppy. James, will you get the puppy?
Dad,
Is it
now.
answer?
Sweetie, I'm gonna need you to sit down.
We practiced this last night. Just say what you told me. Say it.
I'm saying it right now.
I wrote it down for you.
Man.
Okay.
I have really bad news. That puppy I got us is dead.
Mom, sit back down.
That poor little puppy.
That's not the bad news. That's not the bad
He
news.
had his little tongue on the window and he was, and I was like, you want some more air, buddy? And I slipped it in the tail.
I am sick of this family. Dad, say it.
He's
Say it.
already. He killed a dog.
But I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Figure it out. When I come back in 5 minutes, you guys have better be.
I understand it's very hard killing a dog.
It was awful. Please sit down. It gets worse. After the dog died, a police officer pulled me over and my license had expired. Yeah, we're gonna have to spend the rest of the day at the DMV, and while we're at the DMV, we'll get a divorce.
Oh, glad we got to the beach finally.
You gonna take off your shoes finally?
I don't know. It's kind of dirty.
Doesn't it get dirty still? That's the way the sand works, right?
No, these are good shoes. These are sneakers.
Oh, nice. That's a high quality sneaker you got.
I'm just gonna come out. I have a thing with my feet, and everyone's feet really. I don't like feet.
Do you want to sit down? What's your thing? Like, I can help you maybe.
Are you gonna touch my feet if I sit down? I need you to promise me.
Consensually.
No.
Okay.
If I'm gonna sit there, I need you to promise me you're not gonna touch my feet.
Do you want like a pinky promise? Are hands okay?
Don't make a mockery. Don't make a mockery of it.
You know I care about you.
I have a problem with feet.
I'm just trying to help you work through your problems.
It's not a weird thing. Okay, a lot of people have it. Pedophobia is a thing.
Not a lot of people wear shoes to the beach. Shoes to the beach is kind of weird. No one else at the beach here has shoes on.
Shoey right here?
It's a whole new word for you. Shoey.
He stole that from a show called Rocket Power.
Hi, welcome to Foot Locker. I got this really great pair of shoes for you.
Okay, leave them there and go away. Leave them there and go away. I'll do it from here. I'll take it care of.
Like, I can unlace them, you know, like, and just like.
Perfect selling point for people who are afraid of like having their feet touched. Just tell them it's just airtight. No dirt will ever get inside, and
But, like,
they got it.
How am I gonna put it on them if I can't touch their feet?
Sometimes it's the struggle. I like to do a little like sleeper hold first. Get myself kind of a...
Alright, here. Can you hold this? Just hold this. Hold the shoe.
Yeah, okay.
I promise this won't hurt.
I'm glad that you decided to enroll in Giant Nerd School. Have a seat. Okay?
Listen, man, I was just walking down the street. I didn't have any shoes on. I was trying
Because
to
you're
connect to
enormous.
knowledge.
They don't make shoes in your size.
I've been telling my parents that since I was 3. Listen, do you have any chairs that are larger? This thing is making me feel kind of uncomfortable.
This world isn't made for you. It's not made for us.
You said it, buddy.
I'm so glad that you're here. Listen, I have something to tell you.
Should I sit down?
If you're careful, yes.
All right, but I'm not putting those shoes on.
You're stubborn, I like that about you. Chair.
It's a fine chair.
We enrolled you in this school because we think you're special. We think you might be the most giant nerd.
It's me again. Hi, everybody. I was watching that and I was reminded about so many things from Caltech that I'd like to share with you. Caltech's a very strange place. It's a place where, like, the students are trusted a lot, and so they're allowed to do a lot of things. One of the things they do is for Halloween, they freeze a pumpkin in liquid nitrogen and then drop it off the tallest building on campus. Which is very dangerous. Another thing that students are allowed to do is they get keys to all the buildings, and they get keys like to go down into the steam tunnels, which we all used to do. So maybe I should get checked for like asbestos or something. Because the school was built in like 1890. So there's all these strange things that you're allowed to do, and like all these, and another weird one is like exams are self-proctored. Like you just kind of like find a quiet space and like take your test, and there's like an honor code sort of thing, and like you then just turn it in, and everyone believes that you did it without any help. This all of these things sort of culminate in this activity that happens every year called Ditch Day, where like it's called Ditch Day, but strangely people don't ditch, nobody leaves, which you might have expected. Instead, what happens is the seniors have at this point spent most of that year creating elaborate scavenger hunts for the underclassmen to take. And the only kind of ditching they do is that they leave campus to just outside of campus, where they then like try to keep track on where people are in their scavenger hunt remotely. So they haven't really left. And a lot of the scavenger hunts is obviously like a lot of puzzle solving, a lot of like, people like puzzles, a lot of nerds like puzzles. It's like an escape room, but like you're free and you're outside. You're outside, you're free to go, but somehow people stay. And we did this thing my senior year, which I thought would be funny to just do dumb things that we thought were fun, because we're not big puzzle people. So I don't know, Halloween was happened recently, and you guys ever do that Halloween thing where like you're going trick or treating and someone has spent way too much energy to turn their like garage into a haunted house, and you like walk in there and you're like spooky, and they say put this blindfold on, and then they have like bowls of stuff, right? And you like put your hand in there and they go, this is like the eyeballs of a dragon. This is the snot of the Yeti, or whatever. And then you take off your blindfold and it's like peeled grapes and snot. And or whatever, not snot, whatever. So we had this great idea of, we went to, I don't know if you've ever been to like a legit Asian market. But we went to this legit Asian market in the San Gabriel Valley in LA, and where you can buy very strange animal parts. You can buy testicles of various animals. You can buy cooked blood, like it comes in a brick. So we bought all these random things, and we put them in little bins, and then we gave them names that were like, this is like the hair of a mythical creature, or this is the tail of a baboon, and it was like a cow penis. And we blindfolded them, and they were like, wow, and then there was the cooked blood one, and they were like, I think this one's a sponge, and they're like squeezing it, and it's like flying everywhere. And then afterwards, they took and they had a moment of deep sadness. Another thing we did for that was, which we thought was hilarious, but in hindsight was a crime. We kidnapped them. We rented a U-Haul, and we built out the inside of a U-Haul to look like a room, and we had pulled it up to like a loading dock, and like draped black plastic all around it, and so they thought that we had built a room outside of this building, outside the loading dock. We built a special room for them. But as soon as they all walked in there, we like closed the gate, and we drove them to the top of a mountain, and we let them out there. It wasn't too scary. It was like a national park. There was like a paved trail for them to take down. It's like when I went to Yosemite recently, and I was like, Yosemite's like Disneyland. There's like shuttles, paved trails. It's like that. It was like the Angeles National Forest. Like you get there, and like there's just like a road that they walk down the hill. But it was fun for a moment while they were in the back of a dark truck with no windows. Then we had them all. We were like, let's leave. Let's get off of campus. And we all took the train to San Diego. And in San Diego, we like rented jet skis and drove around and stuff. And in hindsight, I think I was trying to buy their friendships because it was really expensive. And then people still talk to me, and they message me, or maybe they talk to me because at one point when we were jet skiing, someone had this great idea of like, we should moon the people that are behind us. We were like towing another jet ski, which had broken down, and they were like, those guys have nowhere to go. We gotta moon them. And I said, this idea is amazing, and I was the only one that stood up, and I pulled down my swim trunks, and everyone behind me went, whoa, whoa, this way, and then the jet ski went this way. And it capsized, which is the one thing they told us not to do. And we turned it right side up, and had a third jet ski come and tow the two of us.
Welcome to Caltech. I just want you to know we're so happy that you're here. We totally trust you. You can do anything you want here. You can bring anything. Anything is like basically legal here, but like just don't leave. Just don't.
Why is there bars?
Windows. Again, like you could, if you want dessert for breakfast, go ahead, eat it. Don't open the window.
Just gonna go for a walk outside.
Yeah, but just make sure it's within the fence. Yeah. You have a key. You have to all the doors.
It's like a prison camp.
Yeah, but isn't it beautiful?
You told them it was Caltech?
Yeah.
You're the worst prison guard ever. Now we have to like write curriculum and shit. Now we gotta.
It's the same thing.
We don't have the budget for this. I mean,
okay, we don't have to like freeze dry a pumpkin. We can just put squash in the freezer. It's the same thing.
They toss a pumpkin and it just explodes.
All right, I got like 20 more years on my sentence, so I'm gonna get a PhD. When's the class start, bitch?
First of all, you're my bitch. Second of all, go to class. You're free. You just can't leave. That's it. That's it. Here's the test. You can take it anywhere.
You trust me?
Yeah, of course. Just hand it in when you're done.
Right.
And after 4 to 20 years, we'll graduate.
I'm going to my thinking corner.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in my thinking corner, and I'm gonna do my test.
Good.
Miss Registrar Lady,
Yes.
I don't think you should trust everyone with toothbrushes.
Hey, it's the price you pay for education. It's
I'm
okay.
bleeding out.
It's okay.
I wish
as
I
far-
got into Stanford.
That's okay. We'll call the nurse because we can't take you to the hospital and just have her come.
Don't worry, I got my degree here. Asian market! Asian market! Hey, you! Come. I've got some really good stuff for you.
Okay,
So,
I mean, I just wanted to get like what's cool or whatever.
I got you.
So you can order that.
The coolest thing we have is a potion that is supposed to help you get lucky in life. Now, I'm gonna tell you the
That
ingredients.
sounds whimsical.
I sold this potion.
I've been live before. I got a turntable. It doesn't sound any different.
I'm an Asian market in the middle of
Yes,
Harlem.
that's
Do you
true.
think I would lie to
I'm
you?
sorry.
Now, listen. This potion
Yes.
of luck
Yes.
is made out of cow piss, cat blood, snake eyes.
I don't know.
However, I promise you, 100% guarantee that you will be lucky.
I mean, I just don't want to be deceived again.
So you want to buy a carpet? This one, best carpet we have.
Yeah.
Turbo A+.
Yeah.
It flies.
No.
Let's just give it a
I
ride.
just want to say I'm not feeling lucky. I'm asking for a reimbursement.
Hi, I'm your Tinder date. I'm also a genie. You can ask me 3 wishes.
Oh, let me.
That's smart that you didn't ask me to move the chairs. That's a wish.
So before, I mean, you totally look like a genie, or what I would expect a genie to look like. So, I just like, I'm not used to this. Are we flying?
Fly.
Is it true?
Yes.
I
But
just-
is that your wish?
I just don't want to be deceived.
I'm a genie.
Okay.
Look, Carl,
Yeah.
we've been together for 10 years now,
Yeah.
and it's true. Like, I do love you.
Yeah.
Okay?
You found out about the genie. And I'm sorry.
I just feel like you're going around, like, you think you're always being deceived, but,
Yes.
like, I've been here for 10 years.
Yes.
I was here when you bought that shitty carpet.
Yeah.
I was here for cat piss.
Yeah.
What do you need from it?
I think just. Yeah.
Hi, have you heard the good word? Have you heard the good word?
I just. Are you?
I'm selling knives, actually.
Okay, in hindsight, murdering those people might have been a crime.
It seems so okay when we did it.
Yeah, in hindsight, like kidnapping them was also a crime.
I don't think we're gonna have trouble with that one anymore.
In hindsight, when we were driving them away and we like passed that red light, that's a crime.
You were driving, not me.
Okay, I just. But
Jeremy! Time for dinner!
god.
Do we just act normal for dinner?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll have to come.
Jeremy, don't make me come into that basement, young man!
Don't come down, we'll go up there. There's no bodies down here. Okay, what are we gonna do with this?
Maybe we just cover it up with a tarp. Like, that's not a crime.
I feel like it's not right now, but in hindsight, it might be.
Boy, listen to your mother. Come up for dinner with all 4 of your friends. All right? Bring all 4 of them up to set the table.
We're gonna eat in shifts, Mom.
That's a good idea.
I'm getting better at this.
Oh my god, yeah.
You're a real criminal, son.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, well, you go up first. I'll get rid of the body.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy, that means you too, son!
Okay, I'm coming up.
So,
Jeremy, where are your 2 other friends?
I told you rating in shifts. They're not hungry right now.
What are they doing in the basement?
Just hanging out.
Can you shut up, boy?
You're very good at cutting that meat.
I just want to say, in hindsight, you should have applied to Harvard, but Caltech's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it's cool.
We were always worried about that.
So, it turns out murdering those people didn't really affect our acceptance. Okay,
Yeah, I'm just gonna introduce you. It's Professor. Which professor? Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Professor?
Professor.
Yeah, I've been here for 20 years.
Professor, how long does it take for us to get our degree?
Depends.
I'm looking for an associate.
Yeah, I think you guys should look like in hindsight. Like, what have you guys done to get here to Caltech?
You know, I got like a 2.4.
People.
2.4. That's all right. Did you like commit any acts of any kind?
Is that a good or a bad thing?
I mean,
Like, what kind of acts?
Yeah.
good for the warden. I mean, it's fine for me. I mean, criminal justice degree right here. Just don't get fooled by the crime. It's legit.
Professor, I believe you.
Yeah.
What kind of acts were you talking about?
Oh, I mean,
Lunchtime.
oh, sweet.
Sweetie, hurry up! The kids are gonna be here. Trick-or-treaters, we have to have everything ready. Oh, I just love Halloween! All right, now we've got to get all of the things for the children when they come to the door. My special bag. Here we go. This year we're gonna beat the Johnsons next door, I'll tell you what.
Last year, I was so upset. We were so close.
So
So
close.
close.
The Johnsons. Any minute, those kids will be coming. Oh! Put on your hood. Put on your hood.
I forgot my mask.
It's my cape.
Trick or treat! Yeah! Trick or treaters!
Here's a Rolex watch. And we also have a Tesla Model S key. Who's your favorite neighbor?
The Brent is giving out watches?
Those fuckers! And you go tell all of your friends, okay? Thanks!
Wait, sir.
Was that for us?
Jesus, they told me no watches.
Oh, see you next year!
Did they build steam tunnels underneath their garage? What are they gonna do with that?
Hey,
Jesus.
I forgot to tell you, I also got a lot of candies. They're imported from Belgium.
candies you imported from Belgium?
Candy
Why in good God's Christ would you do that?
That's before the three
The
Johnsons.
Johnsons, that's just gonna be a chocolate trading war. They're gonna get Argentinian chocolate. They're gonna have to move to Swiss Miss Swedish chocolate. God damn it, honey! You're fucking this up!
Okay, I've been putting it on the table. We don't have to fight.
I forgot my bag.
Trick or treat.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We have for you tickets to SpaceX's first flight to the moon. I know, right?
It's SpaceX tickets and chocolate. They're doing a repeat of 2006 now. This war will never end!
You know what? Let's read the decoy.
The decoy?
Yeah, the decoy.
You're right. Charles, bring the decoy! So it's got some back. It's decoy Rolexes. Works every time. Hey.
Oh, wait. You don't have a spark.
Oh.
Wait, you bad.
Thank you so much. Jesus, hold.
Hey, we got a real Rolex watch for you this time.
I think the other guy gave you a Rolex though.
Yeah, that was fake. So we're the
The fair market value is $10,000.
Yeah. You're trick-or-treating us at a house and home here, kid.
I don't think my dentist will like it if I eat these.
Awesome! Oh my god, that was so funny. I was cackling so loud. I apologize, everyone. This is such a great and fun show. I forgot to mention I'm the teacher of this class. In case you're like, who the fuck is this person? Just wandering off the street. By the way, since we teach classes, if you're interested in taking classes, you can check it out. endgamesimprov.com. We have shows here 6 nights a week. We have classes, I don't know how many days, but it's all there. I know these are your friends and family. We're gonna celebrate tonight. We're gonna go out to Bond Bar. One thing I ask is that we don't stay too long here because we gotta exit out for the next show and probably also not congregate in front of the sidewalk, but hang out with us at Bond Bar. I want to say thank you to Melissa up in the booth. Big thank you to Anton. If you love Anton, you can catch him later tonight at 9 p.m. With Chivalry Club. They do a show called Throwback Thursday. It's so much fun. And they throw up like a Throwback Thursday picture on the screen, and they do an interview, and they do awesome improv. He's also part of a duo called Moon Unit, so just Google Moon Unit. But give